Well, looks like we have our first Playstyle Plus evolutions leaked for this next new paid season pass, we presume coming up in like a week or so. We've got some other ones besides just those, but those will probably be the ones people are most interested in. So we'll go and take a look at that. We've got every single team of the season player coming into packs coming up today in this video to go and look at, and also a new build your own team of the season card evolution apparently that's coming out in, I guess, could be any time. So we'll go and look at that as well. If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to MMOXP.com. There will be a link in the description down below. They are the cheapest and the safest option. You can use my code JFC at checkout for an 8% discount. And lastly, there are some SBC leaks as well for this next Saudi League / MLS team of the season, and take a wild guess about how good it's going to be. We have a couple leaks so far, and they're the best ones apparently, so we'll talk a bunch about that as well. And of course, thank you all for joining and being here today. And I mean, Laura Perez, guys, aren't you excited for this one? We're beating a dead horse at this point. For weeks, actually, it's been the same exact horse we've been beating. But yeah, that was just on topic of the SBCs that we will go and look at here. There also are some evolution leaks as well. And yeah, tea and biscuits came out. Do we need to spend any more time on content? I guess we probably could spend about 10 seconds a day on content. But yeah, also wanted to say we're rocking the T-Wolf shirt today. Okay, gotta support the boys. Yes, they took a fat L and the season is over, but we'll be back next year, right? We'll be right back in the same spot, the same exact spot next year. There's a non-zero chance we never make it that far in the next 20 years, but hey, let's not think about that. Let's just get right into the leaks and news here. Also, I'm sure you guys probably saw this today if you've been on the game at all, but Chelsea cards, they did come out today, and they are right around the same level that the Tottenham cards were, so that's nice to see that you got like multiple great cards. Reece James, Neto, Palmer, Caicedo, Nicholas Jackson, all crazy expensive here, so I believe they're in packs for the same amount of time as the Tottenham team was, so yes, these did come out today if you want to go check those out. But okay, before we even go and look at like the leaks for the new season and stuff like that, we know it's going to be called shapeshifters, right? AC now confirms icons and heroes, and also shapeshifters evos will be a thing, which I mean, I guess it's not even news, right? We kind of figured that would be the case. But someone left a comment, I think in my comments video, talking about how I think there's no icons and heroes because we're going to see multiple weeks straight of icons and heroes in a promo team, which is probably exactly what's going to happen with shapeshifters. So yes, Milinkovic Savic, I know I see him. Okay, we're going to ignore that for now. But here are some of the first evolutions leaks to come, and we don't actually know for sure if it's going to be in the new season, but we are like 99% sure they'll come in during the new season. Like, where else are they going to come from? But okay, here we go. We got long ball plus, so cool. And also max 95 for this one, and 9 play styles, not 8. 3 play style pluses once again. You got block plus, max 96 now, so 1 more rating increase, and then 9 play styles. Intercept plus, also max 96. Then left wing plus all rolls plus. Everything's a plus in this game. Okay, and that's probably not that exciting. Oh, I see. So you gain left wing and all the rolls. Okay, that makes sense. Then we have the spectrum shift evolution, which nobody really knows what that means. There is a leak right now that we will be getting position change evos, which is kind of what the left wing and striker ones you would assume are going to be, but also I think we're going to see ones that are more drastic than that. So spectrum shift, just guessing that that's what that might be. Same thing here with the striker plus all of the rolls, and then total physicality, maybe that'll be a 99 physical evolution there. Also, I don't know why the first touch plus symbol is here on the striker evolution. I'm not exactly sure why that's there, but all right. And, you know, these ones are very good, but I think there were 5 in the last one, and here there's only 3. Then we got a leak of a different one though, and that is right here. AC does say finesse shot plus max 96, so we will be getting a finesse shot plus one coming as well, and that might not be it considering later, like a couple hours later, AC tweets the finesse shot plus one. But it is cool seeing the overall increase there, and then also 9 playstyles instead of 8, which does help as well if you've got some 3 playstyle plus cards that do have some extra playstyles there. But yeah, I think the most popular piece of the paid season pass is coming back to maybe a little bit lesser of a degree depending on what the next playstyle plus is. I don't know if these are quite as good as pinged pass and tiki taka and finesse and stuff like that, but this might not be it. And long ball is great, intercept is great, and block is pretty damn good, and then finesse shot plus is obviously like an S tier playstyle plus, so that's nice to see that coming in this probably next paid season pass. And then going along with evolutions here, we have the build your team of the season evolution on the way here, and it is going to be for a center back apparently. So here is the example of base Rio Ferdinand. Then the first evolution, I'm not sure if they'll all look like this or if it just Rio specifically will, but 91 pace, 93 defending, classic evolution with the stats upgrade there. Then this one is you'll be picking 2 of the 7 playstyle pluses. Looks like pinged, bruiser, intercept, block, area aerial, jockey, and long ball, which if I had to pick between those two, I'd probably say intercept and bruiser. I'd probably say those two. That's what I personally would do, but they're all pretty good. And then the next boost after that is a physical boost evolution that gives 99 physical for your center back, and looks like it's going to be a 3 playstyle plus evolution. Now, what you could do here actually is it looks like intercept plus is going to be in the paid season pass, so maybe you just, you know, ignore intercept, you go bruiser, and then he has anticipate, so go anticipate, bruiser, and jockey or block, and then add the intercept evo when you get to level whatever that it is in the season pass. Maybe that's actually the move there, but okay. AC also says here he does not know what the max rating will be for the card you can put in here. He says team of the year was like 88 or so. The next one I'm guessing might be 91, 92, probably along the same lines that we've been seeing with, you know, all of the other evos that have been out. But, you know, it's interesting nonetheless. What do you guys think about it? I wouldn't say it's the most insane thing ever, but it's always nice to be able to like make your own center back, pick your play styles. It's something different to do. We haven't seen these for a while. I think since what, Future Star? No, it was the Immortals midfielder. That was the last time that we saw this. So always nice to see these come by once in a while, but that's the leaks there. And if you do want to quickly look at some of these cards, you can put that Finesse Shot Plus Evo on. Good Lord have mercy, because some of these are, I mean, Mia Hamm, you can put Finesse Shot Plus on her. A lot of new TOTS cards, you can put that Finesse Shot Plus card on. You've got this Pele down here, Team of the Year Mbappe, this Cruyff. Pretty much everyone fits because of the 9 playstyle requirement. So, I mean, there's a ton of cards that you can make into just even more godlike cards if you want to go and look through the 96s that you can put into this Finesse Shot Plus evolution. Or even, for example, like long ball, like this 96 R9, give him long ball plus, why not? I mean, just, you know, random shit like that. People were talking about this Dino as well, so yeah, a lot of great cards you can put with this Evo on. And there was this FUT scoreboard tweet, so this looks like a new card design apparently added. It looks exactly the same, but what it's going to be, it looks like, is that build your own center back TOTS Evo. So if I had to guess, this probably comes out today, considering that we just got this from FUT scoreboard today. And okay, next up here, let's talk about the SBCs, guys, because we've got the best ones leaked. And here's the best one. This is the best one of the week, apparently, coming up. We've got Riyad Mahrez, and it's not a bad card. I mean, finesse plus, technical plus, first touch, 93 pace, 96 dribbling. It's not a bad card, but we are at the exact same spot. Once again, this is the best card coming this week, apparently, according to AC, okay? Things could change. An end of an era could pop up out of nowhere or something, but in terms of team of the season SBCs, this is apparently the best one. And also one more card that I guess could be close to this one. And there's no concept for it, but there is Ivan Toney here. So Toney is going to be an SBC as well. And wait, hold on, take that back. Ivan Toney official stats right here. So this is what the card is going to look like. Technical, finesse, and low driven at 93 pace, 95 shot, 94 dribbling. So maybe not quite as good as Riyad Mahrez, but we'll see what his base playstyles look like. But the one I was going to show you, let's go look at that one next here. And that is Lorenzo Insigne. Official stats right here as well. Finesse, rapid, press proven, 95 pace, 95 dribbling, 92 shooting. And I mean, not a bad card, but this is, I mean, so intentional at this point that EA did not want to drop good SBCs during team of the season. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. 5 weeks, guys. We just went, I think we're going to be going through 5 weeks without like an SBC that's above average hype wise, I would say. Maybe that's the power curve problem. Maybe that's less so EA, but to me, something was up, and I don't know what were they cooking over there, because we went 5 weeks with nothing. So ultimate, maybe that changes and we get the end of an eras and stuff like that, and then they start to go crazy with it. But this was one of the choices of all time for this team of the season SBC selection. I gotta admit, I didn't expect this when team of the season started this year. And all right, next up here, let's dive into all the cards coming out today. Ignore the Chelsea players because they obviously just came out already, but we've got all the official stats for all of the cards on the way. We've seen Messi, Ronaldo. If you haven't seen them though, there's a little bit of a last screenshot of those guys there. They look pretty incredible. There's Luis Suarez's card though. He's got 4 playstyle pluses: quick step, press proven, finesse, and low driven. Suarez's shooting in FIFA has always been insane, so that card actually is probably going to be pretty amazing. And look at this card here, Morera. Morera gets 4 playstyle pluses: anticipate, intercept, long ball, jockey, with some crazy stats. Hey, I'm all for this, okay? I'm all for, like, hey, if Morera was the best center back in the MLS this year, just why not give him a 96 rated card, 4 playstyle pluses, right? Why not? Make a new FIFA legend, right? If he ends up being insane. Over here, we've got Ko Sung Boom. I definitely butchered that, but he's got an insane card actually as well. Rapid Rapid for a center mid is interesting. I actually kind of think that sucks, honestly, because those sprint touches will be crazy, but those 3 playstyle pluses are pretty amazing there. Going over here, N'Golo Kante's official card is godlike. I mean, it's pretty godlike, kind of what you expect for that bald-headed freak in nature there. There's the Fernandez card we saw yesterday. Evander has, for a cam, really unique playstyle pluses, actually. Quick step, tiki-taka, incisive, low-driven. Sure, that's a great card. I like seeing how many are getting 4 playstyle pluses here, actually, though. I definitely like that, even though I think we kind of just reached the end, but they're just kind of newer players. Millie Savage here, long ball, bruiser, and incisive. Sure, great card. Ricky Puig looks decent there. Wu Lee. We got Wu Lee, who looks okay. There's Aldossery. Aldossery looks pretty good there. Technical, finesse, and rapid. Over here, Benteke. Aerial plus Benteke. Wish he had just a different playstyle plus apart from power shot. Just not the biggest power shot fan myself. Then there's Benzema. Benzema also always has terrific shooting in FIFA. He's got low driven and finesse, which is going to be awesome. Down here, Loriente. He actually looks really good stats-wise. Wow, they really juiced out that card for some reason. Wonder how expensive he's going to be. Jordi Alba's in there. Ibanez has 4 playstyle pluses, one of them being quick step plus. Holy shit. Gomez, Forsberg, Dompe. Why did I say Dompe? It's definitely Dompe. Trickster plus, though. We talked about that yesterday. Trickster plus combined with technical pluses, some insane dribbling. That Diaby card has 99 base pace. Sure, 4 playstyle pluses on Diaby also. I wonder how expensive that card's going to be. Over here, anybody else really too interesting? Marcus Leonardo, I guess, looks okay. We've got Simacan. Simacan's got pinged, anticipate, bruiser. All right. And apart from that, that's kind of, you know, all the really interesting guys. Brad Guzan is in team of the season. Holy shit. That guy is a dinosaur. How is he still playing? Joao Cancelo in there too, though. He's got jockey, incisive, and bruiser. That's a pretty good combination for a fullback. And I think that's mostly it. We'll kind of zoom out slightly so you guys can get a look at these last ones here. But okay, it's nice to see them at least making these cards like to the same level as some of the other leagues. That's nice to see from them, because you do worry about that, for example, you don't get these crazy Evander, these crazy Morera cards because they're not in the top leagues, right? So nice to see that. But hopefully it'll be fun. Hopefully pack weight ends up not being too bad. And also all these cards obviously fit chemistry wise, so that helps a lot for this year's team of the season. One of the best things they've done really all year, I feel like. So that'll all be out of content time tonight. All right, next up here is a left wing evolution leak set to come to Ultimate Team soon. Technical plus, quick step plus, and trickster plus, stats boost, and 5-star, 5-star. A lot of technical and quick step combined. I mean, they're great playstyles, so hard to complain, but similar to what we've been getting recently. Then also trickster plus ends up in there. And once again, we said yesterday, sometimes he says big stat boost, and other times he just says stats boost. So chance maybe it's not the most insane card ever, or most insane evolution ever, sorry. And it was about 50-50 in the comments of what left wings fit in the Evo. He says down here that this Maradona fits in, if you want to look at that card quickly. 2 playstyle pluses, 92 rated, 95 dribbling, and he does fit in there. And then one more down here was this Barcola, who does fit as well, with 2 playstyle pluses and 94 dribbling. But a lot of the cards who you could have said, wow, can't believe he'll fit in there, don't fit in there. So take that for whatever you will. That's the only Evo leaked right now that we have not seen in the game yet. And actually, there is one more SBC. We got Hugo Lloris as a TOTS SBC on the way. And then AC says, yeah, long week ahead. Yeah, pretty much right about on par with what we've been seeing. And also, the stats aren't even that great. Like low 90s and high 80, like 88 kicking and 90 positioning. Like, okay, I guess that's something. And then Hamdallah as well has been leaked here. Official stats: chip, finesse, aerial, 91 pace, 90 dribbling. Not great, right? Not going to be that great. But I think that's all the SBCs we have for now. So, yep, exactly the same as we have been seeing for the entire course of the promo. And next up, wanted to bring this up again, and that's that there was this EA tweet talking about like some kind of compensation for DCs from this 15 win thing, and they have not said anything about this still. So you might get this compensation in September, but when we hear an update, we'll talk about it. And last thing I wanted to talk about was this Reddit post here, and it's that how is it possible that Trivelas did not get a single nerf all year? This is not a rant, I am just curious. And the top comment pretty much says exactly what I think the answer is. Either they can't or they don't want to do it, and both reasons suck. And that's, to me, that's exactly right. Both reasons suck. No one knows. If you guys have any idea as to why there'd be like a reason why they wouldn't want it to be patched, then let me know in the comments. But it is strange. And if you've been playing somebody who without the Trivela trait, which by the way, if you guys, I mean, I don't even want to spread this info, but there's tutorials tutorials all over the goddamn internet. You'll find it in fucking one click. But there's the Trivella base playstyle actually makes the long-range Trivellas worse. You still can score them, but it makes them worse. If you do Trivellas and time them green without any Trivella playstyle, that's when actually they're at their best. Those are the ones that go really slow when you green them and they just kind of float over the keeper into the back of the net. I don't know how they've not been nerfed all year. Nobody knows. We've talked about before, I think, when they got good feedback on gameplay, they just said, we are keeping this like exactly the same and not changing this the rest of the year. But obviously, as time went on, we found more and more broken things still in the game, even though it did get better after the patch. But they just, I think they kind of abandoned it a lot earlier this year because we gave them positive feedback on it post-patch, right? But okay, market stuff, I'm not going to really get into. There's not much to say apart from we talked about selling this weekend for sure. If you want to go watch yesterday's video, we talked about that a bunch yesterday. But okay, AG says strafe dribbling is also good for the L1 speed boost. Yesterday, we talked about Trickster and how the strafe dribbling is like the L1 dribbling. So apparently that helps with the speed boost as well. And yes, I think you're correct about that. I think even in Doc and Rum's comment yesterday, I think he said like, that's why I love the Ronaldinho speed boost, even though he doesn't have rapid or quick step, is because he has Trickster Plus, and that helps a lot with the speed boost as well. So there's always like interesting things like that that help with certain pieces of the game that you don't kind of expect. Next up here is Snap Back to Reality. Could you give us a top 7 of Accelerate styles? I think you're talking about the Accelerate, like, where are they all? Let me go and find the list of them here. Yeah, right here. Lengthy, explosive, mostly explosive, etc. I think you're talking about those ones. Yes, I can do that. And also, can you give us a method on how to not get so triggered playing this game? Which that comment seems to be a popular one, at least in my comment section. And first of all here, I think that immediately any of the 3 with controlled, I think are going to be last for me. It doesn't inherently mean the card is bad. I think controlled explosive is probably the best of those, then controlled lengthy, then controlled base. It doesn't mean the card's going to suck if it has one of those 3, but it just, I think those are probably the 3 worst of them. And then for me, I think explosive is the best one. I think it goes explosive, mostly lengthy, mostly lengthy, and then a controlled explosive, controlled lengthy, and controlled. I want to say is a top 7 off the top of my head there. As we get further into the game, when stats increase, base lengthy becomes harder to find. So I'm actually curious to know which cards have base lengthy that are attackers right now. Pretty much none, right? So you're kind of looking at only center backs here. So, you know, for attackers, for me, then yeah, I think maybe that actually ups the value of something like mostly lengthy or controlled lengthy, because most attackers nowadays can't have lengthy because the dribbling is too high. Anyway, really the only one that sucks for me, that's like, that really makes the card worse, is controlled. I think for sure, like base controlled for me, I couldn't use that this year. It was bad. But then also your second comment is, how do you not get so triggered playing this game? And I think anybody who even talks about this, like, no one's perfect when it comes to not getting triggered playing this game. I have my moments as well. Last weekend, literally, I got triggered playing this game, and it was to the point where I just opened my rewards like really quickly because I was like annoyed, and I got Red Mbappe like most of you saw. So it backfired on me that I didn't record because I was upset. So I'm definitely not perfect myself, but the biggest thing is that you have to try and be aware that you aren't in control as much as you think you are or want to be, really. So there are things that are going to go wrong for you just no matter what when you play a weekend league. Like, you can't help it. There just are things that are going to go wrong for you, and the only thing you can do is just be like, okay, it's gonna happen, we go again. Like, that's how you have to have that mentality. That's like what the pro players mentality is when they're trying to, I remember back in the day when they had to get like good weekend league finishes to qualify for the pro events. I remember like Tex and those guys would always say like, I'll go down 2-0 like once a weekend when there was 30 games, right? He's like, I'll go down 2-0 like once a weekend, but you have to just like put it behind you and just try not to think about the bullshit that happened and just, you know, carry on going forward, right? Because someone like Tex, if he's 2-0 down, it is so rare for him, unless it's like a top pro player, that it's like, oh, he was just playing better than me. Like, it's probably a pretty unlucky game he was playing, and he's 2-0 down, and he just has to, like, you know, continue forward as much as he can and not think about the past. So that's like as much as you can do. There's no like, you know, getting pissed off. There's no like, oh, use this formation, it's not going to piss you off. Like, it's all a mental battle, right? There's nothing you can do in the game that's not going to piss you off or help you not get pissed off. But you just have to try your best to know that you're not in control as much as you want to be, and shit is going to happen to you that is just, you can't prevent. Like, you just simply could never have seen it coming, can't prevent it, and that's kind of that, really. But hey, you know what? Thank you all for joining and being here today. I appreciate you all so much. I love you all. So, peace.